Hey everyone, it's Brett Hornby here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's going to be interesting to make this video, but for this video I have the party colors for the smart bulb and then birthday for the Mio Tour, but this is not my full birthday coming up, but rather my half birthday, as December 12th is my half birthday, so that means 6 months ago it would obviously be my birthday, as I was born on June the 12th. However, this half birthday seems to be coming up. I wouldn't say somewhat surreal, but if I look at my whole 40s so far and use the football game analogy, well, the first quarter is about to end in my 40s, and both teams are going to be switching sides. As on December 12th, you can put a 0.5 to 42, as I'll be 42 and a half, which I'm a little mixed on how exactly should I feel about that. I know you, as you're young, you always look forward to your birthday and just have your gifts and gathering and that. They look forward to the milestone birthdays like 18, 21, but then afterwards it almost starts becoming another number, but another number to just remind you you're getting old. I mean, still remember when I turned 25 and I was saying, gee, been around for a quarter century, and then turned 30, and then some people say 30 is the new 20, but I think that's more just how the economic system is set up. But then I remember when I turned 35, that was when things were starting to get real, thinking, gee, now I'm closer to turning 40 than entering my 30s. And now I'm just starting to think that when we get to halftime, using the football analogy, when I turn 45, just after that, I'll be thinking, gee, I'm going to be closer to turning 50 and entering my 40s, because there's still some moments that I still like to think I'm a little younger, but then your body reminds you that, nope, you're in your 40s now. And still say dating myself when talking about nostalgia from the early 2000s and late 1990s, and people are like, oh, I wasn't even born yet, or I was in my infancy, or how long I've had season tickets for the Calgary Stampeders, or realizing that going to 2025, it's been 21 years since the Calgary Flames had that magical run to the Stanley Cup final. But I just say I just have mixed feelings about knowing that this half birthday coming up means that the first quarter of my 40s is done. And start the second quarter, where once I get there, I'll be closer to turning 50 than entering the 40s. I mean, when you look at just economics, I mean, I'm still single on my own. I mean, when I was thinking when I was a kid and being in my 40s, I don't know if I'd necessarily think I'd be at this stage of my life, but it's just the way how the economics and that is gone now, that I don't own my own home. I'll never be able to afford my own home. At least I own my apartment condo, so at least I have that going for me. But can't afford a car, and then I enjoy being single. It's maybe someone nice to maybe not necessarily be married, but also maybe have someone in my life to maybe travel with. But I still do the odd. I did a few videos talking about speed dating and give my experience of that, or going to a mingle event. I only been doing that sporadically because of both time, budget, and what's available. And the other thing about being done advancing in my 40s is that there's going to be some events that now I have to look at going to an older event than the events that I've gone to, because I'm getting towards the end of that range, and also, everybody else, gets older. I know some people, this concept still, blows people away, but time is linear. And I am accepting that, but it's just, how I'm feeling about approaching 42 and a half, knowing that the first quarter is done, being that, especially when I look at, colleagues at work that I'm in that demographic where I'm looked upon to help the, newer, younger people, and don't mind doing that. And then you got some others that are still moving on and retiring, but I'm still in that middle category that I know other colleagues that are in the same age or a few years older than me that they're also somewhat, they say birthdays is all just, it is all just another day in the calendar, another number. Except then you get other reminders, let's say, insurance starts getting a little more expensive because you're getting older, and you always have the struggle of taking care of yourself. And I definitely know that there's moments that I definitely know I'm in my 40s now, and being a sports fan, a professional athlete, it seems like 30 is the new 40 when it comes to professional athletes, where they're saying that they're washed up and past their prime when they're not even 30 yet, considering how the game has gotten younger than that. And like I say, there's no one in the NHL now that is older than me that's still playing. And thinking of all the major leagues, there is nobody that's older than me that's actually playing. And I'm starting to get to that age, well, I start saying that, but I'm also starting to get to that age when coaches and that are starting to be younger than me. And this might surprise that a couple years ago, when the Calgary Flames decided to move on from Brad Chalivin and Daryl Sutter, that one of the candidates to be a head coach for the Calgary Flames, who's now the assistant coach of the Washington Capitals, but he was the head coach of the Calgary Rangers, who are still, we're fine that we hired Ryan Huska. Thankfully, I'm still a little younger than Ryan Huska, but Mitch Love, he actually is literally a couple of years younger than me, a couple of years and a couple of days younger than me. Gemini's rule, as I'll say. But what do you think? And can you relate to me if you're watching this and you're, most of my demographics and analytics, when I look at my stats, most people are in the male in that 25 to 39 or in the middle age range. I've definitely accepted I'm middle age, and I'm probably going to say, keeping it real, both looking at the life expectancy and just family, I think, and I'm fine with it, just how things work, that I'm probably lived more than 50% of my life. Not going to lie. If 50% means 85, that's where, looking at life expectancy and personal and the family, that I probably have a 50% chance that I'll be, although I can never really fully, guarantee anything, but just seeing how family played out. And I also do sometimes say that if I had a choice, that I live till I'm 75, but I've enjoyed life to its fullest at that moment. Or door number two is I live till I'm 95, but the last 20 years I'm sick and miserable and bedridden. I'll take door number one all day, any day of the week, if I had that choice. But I don't. But yeah, just the first quarter of my 40s is about to have its last play, and both teams are about to switch sides. Just think, when I turn 45, I'll be thinking when I turn 35, I'm closer to entering the next decade than entering that decade. And I guess a lot of it also depends on where my life is at, just financially, maritally, whatever. But I don't think retiring at 65 is possible anymore as that as well. And I know I'm probably going to be working till at least almost 70. I'm going to say, just keeping it real. You just still never know. But it is what it is. So let's just close it out. I say, if you want to follow along with this Calgary sports fans journey, just make sure you hit like, subscribe. I have my other social media links down in the description below. This wasn't Calgary sports or any sports related content video, but I had to use some sports analogies, thinking of, if my life is the 40s, we're about to wrap up the first quarter and teams are switching sides, and thinking of athletes now, they don't play as long as they used to, and just relating to that, and just how my life is in general, and how the fact that it got a lot more depressing every year, that you look at the rosters of teams and you kind of dwindle to see who was older than you, and now there isn't anyone older than me that's at least playing in North America. But time is linear, at least I accept that. I like how people comment on social media and say, oh, I can't believe 10 years ago, this is 10 years old now, or something's 15 years old now, and I tell them, well, time is linear, I know. So yeah, just want to say thanks for watching. Hopefully the second quarter of my 40s continues on. There's still a few things I hope things will work out a little better, but we'll see as we get into 2025, and I'll see how I'm feeling when I turn 45, knowing I'll be closer to turning 50 than entering my 40s. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.